Are we live or not live? I apologize for not having... Yes, you think that... Oh my, the font. Oh. I got pranked, but I thought this was the text. What? I messed it up. There we go. Hopefully this actually works. So, dot. Yay! I don't know how live this is. See, I added something. I added that. So why not? That's basically what I added. And I spent 2 hours adding that for some reason. And I don't know how to get rid of this thing here. It's very annoying. Yep, and it's gone, and it's still there. And do we have Discord open? I don't know. But there we go. Hold on. We're going blank again. I'm gonna have to check something. See, I'm gonna test if it works because I don't know if... Okay, so let me fix that. Disboard. Nope. Dang. Cool. Cool. Should be working, I guess. Disboard. Nope. Dang. Cool. Cool. Okay. There we go. So, let's get started. Slide right into the project, if you will. So let's open this. I think slide's the correct terminology here. Hello. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if you like this blank thing. But yeah. And then there's a chat box there, and then there's alert things here. Ding. Subscriber. Yeah, that was a free preset here. Because everything in here is paywalled. If you... That paywall is so strong. It's like... very hard. Hang on, let me paste that in there. Paste. So if I try that here... Bing. Yeah, I'm a noob to this software. But there we go. I just use Bandicam, not the free version. That's what I used to use. I don't know why this yellow box is here. That's what I can see. It's very annoying. Yellow border. So there we go. Wait. OBS has some software. Oh, it might be to do with Chrome. Exit. Okay, let me try and reopen that. It's probably the setup. Yeah, the music isn't very good. Oh, it's gone. Okay, there we go. The music's gonna be repetitive probably. It was really loud last time. I haven't found any really. And I'm still deciding what to use. There we go. npm, we can just type MongoD, Control-Shift-B and F5. Done. Cool. So, I'm going to write down a list. We're going to get the plan up. Okay, maybe not. Let's go into unorganized. I don't know what's in here, so just stupid things. Okay. Hold on. Let me open that up. The blank. Let's go blank. Ping. So notes. I don't know where I've put it. Let's try and search it because I have no clue where it is. Windows Explorer is crashing. This isn't good. Yeah. Hold on. I've crashed Windows X. Oh, there it is. Bruh. Okay, so here's our plan. And I can also press a button that does that. Cool. I've came prepared. So, we're going to add some special features. And that will be, well probably, this is the backup options. So we've already added these commands. We can yeet them out. Bot can create invites, that's what we need. It's the invite. So, the special features are flag system, and bump button. I guess that's it. So I wrote down. Don't know why I wrote it down, but there we go. Probably ran out of time last time. Okay, so server selection, cool. Yep, get rid of that. Okay. So we're starting up the bot. Let's put this somewhere here. Okay. I don't know where Pappy is. I don't know where Pappy has gone. There we go. Cool. So it doesn't like it so far. Okay. We're getting the Disco OAuth errors. It's Angular just takes a while to get done. Ah, we need multicolored rockets. I forgot. I didn't forget. I just didn't do it. Rocket. So. Oh, yes. Just rocket 2. We're gonna have rocket names. Rocket 2. We're just gonna slightly alter the colors here because SVG. So hashtag. I think. Just gonna have random colors, why not? See what happens. It's probably, yeah, there's no J in hexadecimal, so it's not gonna work. C, we'll try that. See what that does. Rocket 2. Eventually it will start. There we go. How many columns is this? Okay, that's a not a lot actually. But there we go. That's all the CSS, I guess, in this XML, whatever it is. What? Okay. So, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these errors. I think they're just, they don't do anything. Okay, so, user does not exist. Why not? That's why. That's a special snowflake move. There we go. So in what we do is we replace one of these rockets here, rocket 2. I actually don't know what this rocket's gonna look like, by the way. What? Guild preview component. Badges does not exist on saved guild. It should do. Guild vote. I haven't seen these errors before, which is quite interesting. But here we go. Here's our little background. Rocket. Rocket. What is that? That does not look like a good rocket. No. Assets / IMG / rocket 2 for SVG. Yeah, that's not a good rocket. We've destroyed it somehow. So we're actually gonna set normal colors. So once I do that, it's back to normal. So with SVGs, you can like change element colors. It's pretty cool. Okay, so you can like select element colors, change that. So I want this rocket to be. Let's come up with a color. Can have it anything really. A purple rocket, that would look a bit weird. I think a blue rocket. And then there we go. Might look a bit weird though. Yeah, and the flames a bit the flames change colour. It's a bit strange, to be honest. Well, some flame color is blue, so technically that's okay. That's not going to break anything. That looks very strange. But there we go. So, I messed it up, but there's our rocket. And now we use these colors somewhere. So if I undo that somehow, FFCB39, FFCB there, then we replace that there. So Control Z, Y. So Z here is here. That's what we want, and we replace FF96. FF96 is this one. We don't want that. Oh, it's hard to edit. So now, if we save, let's see what we get. No. We don't want to save yet, because we changed this. So 00BD or something. No, we didn't change that. So if we refresh, we get a different color rocket. Now that looks quite interesting. But there we go. We get different rocket colors, I guess. Maybe we can have another rocket color. Let's see. Why not? Rocket 3. Rocket 3. And then we change something 5, 6. Now it's pink, or we can have a pink rocket, why not? Interesting. We're gonna have a pink rocket. So there we go. A pink rocket or a grey one. I think grey would look better. CLS4, that's what we want. CLS4, bing. And then CLS. We're gonna have a grey rocket this time. There we go. CLS1 is bing. How does that look? Interesting, that's how it looks. CLS7 should be, so rocket 2, CLS7 should be this, but darker. Lighter, darker. So, see, I want that to be a blue flame, which it is. 4. See how that looks. Interesting. Six. 3. Okay, so where is CLS 6? I don't even know. CLS 6. That's what it's called. Where could it be? Oh, we don't want that. We want CLS, whatever this is, or this. CLS 3. And then a darker version. Looks a bit strange. There we go, that looks good. And then we copy that into rocket 3, and then we got ourselves another rocket, I think. Didn't have to actually make a rocket, we could just like make one here, actually. So rocket, let's just rocket. There we go. And I think they're too close together, so we're gonna move them. Hi, what is Disboard? Okay, got to go by. Not this. Disboard.org. That's what it is. It's a server list. Discord server list. So let's remove one of the rockets down, I think. Oh my, what are they doing? Oh, I thought... Are they going above the header? I don't know where they're going, to be honest. Like flying off the map. I don't want to be there. Okay, so we're gonna make this, and then 150. Why not? So now they're flying very far. Let's see where it goes. One's there. I think that's a better distance. Okay. I don't know where the rocket is going, to be honest. But one last thing with the rockets, we're gonna add something else instead of rockets, maybe asteroids. It's actually silly, but there. Some are gonna be slow, some are gonna be faster than others. Or if we just have a very fast rocket, one of them's just quick. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's the quick one. Let's just make that really quick. just disappears off the screen and dies. Yeah, maybe that's a bit extreme, so we're gonna have it like that. There we go. Now we have rockets. Okay, you're back. Nice. Yeah. Loads of development time on these rockets here. This one seems to like fly off the screen, but yeah. Now we are missing something. I don't know why there's a rocket right at the bottom, like transcending space and time, but it's quite interesting actually. Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is, let me get something open real quick. So we have some assets here. I don't know. We'll use MS Paint, so we have this, I guess. Extra 2, we have this. I'm not sure if it will fit in with this though, with the theme. We're just going to use some assets basically. Let's paste them in. Damage, power-ups, meteors, that's what we want anyway. We're not just going to have enemies, that'll be a bit random. Okay, so MS Paint, we have some of that. We can just have a few of them here and there, I guess. Class. So we're going to organize this a bit better. So let's make a folder called space, I don't know, space. And then let's update all of these because the not found page does not work with that. So you can just type space and then the rockets should be there. So space, there we go. And that's not gonna work yet. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we have rockets. We're gonna add animating. We could add animating meteors, I guess. So we're gonna import random ones and rename them. That's one there. I guess we will have 3. Why not? For now. So Meteor1, Meteor2, and then 3. There we go. So I'm just gonna add this here. So Meteor, and then assets, image, space, Meteor. One this is a PNG, I think. Could have a few of them, see what they look like. Okay, there we go. Meteors. Okay, so meteor. I don't think we need that actually. Meteor. So we're gonna downscale it a bit. Okay, there we go. That looks not right. So image resolution, I think. Inherit, I don't know. We'll change that in a minute. So width 32, max width. Okay. Reserve quality resolution. Oh, that seemed to work. There we go. I think the rockets could be, this one could be slightly bigger, so. There we go, 50. Cool. We'll just have a small one. There we go. And then we'll add some animation thing with this asteroid, I guess. So, is it in angular? Pretty sure, yeah. Okay, so Meteor, that is the name. Okay, cool. Don't know if they look too big or not. We're also gonna move these down. So we're gonna have Meteor, nth child 1. So that should be the first one, and then we're just gonna copy this. I don't think nth child really works, so for some reason. What is that gonna do? Not quite sure actually. Oh. Okay, so we want it to be 50 seconds. We want it to be quick. It's not actually rocket movement, but we can call it that. So, top, something like 200. So there's 1, 2, and there's 3. So, 1, 35, 50, probably goes across the screen, and we'll just have a small one. Insanely fast, so Meteor 1. Meteor is hard to spell. 2. Maybe we'll throw in some more ones eventually. Look. No. I think that's in the background. I'm not sure though. There's a lot going on this screen. There's way too much going on. So I need to set back these rockets. Probably. Yeah, too much going on. So 300. Set these back a bit. I think that should work. Meteors coming in. It's insanely slow. That's gonna collide, it looks like. No. Oh! Just goes, just dies. That's interesting actually. So if there is I think translate X here. causes it to do that. So maybe we want a specific one for meteor movement, I guess. So just gonna copy more, so we're gonna have, there we go. So let's add some of them. That looks good. Okay, so that looks interesting. It kind of goes off the screen. Why is that? Let's see if we edit this, that it doesn't do that. I think it's something to do with Z index. And then it seems to go below the screen, which is what we want. We'll let the rockets go above the screen, why not? There we go. This is going to be space theme. I guess we have to rename. Why do we have to rename space theme? Oh. Yeah. Oh, that image is insanely stretched. Okay. That's interesting. There's a lot going on the screen, which isn't too good. So. CSS, is there a random in CSS? CSS random. Random numbers. It's probably SCSS, to be honest. It's not CSS, it's SCSS. We're gonna have it random movement, so we're gonna make this an SCSS. Maybe. Or we'll make a new one called space/SCSS. And then we'll throw this in. Clean that up. Boom. Cool. Add that in here. So style URLs. Search. Oh, it's space.scss. There we go. That should work. So now we have asteroids coming in there. So now we can have random numbers, which we'll see what that does. Now, it might have some interesting effects if it's a different number for both of these, a different number, but we'll see. Okay. We will remove this, we already have that defined. Or we can have 0%, I think, and then transform, bing, there we go. Cool. So that means we can also remove this, I believe. And that should hopefully not mess up. Yeah, that's good. So, also always define standard rule, so yeah, rocket movement. Are we actually using this anywhere? No, we're not. Okay. So, because we're not using it anywhere, let me clean this up. There we go. What we can do is make a Moz keyframes of it, I guess, like that. Has the same properties, and then we basically copy this. For different browsers support. Not that. And then we add Moz transform. And then WebKit. That should be good, I believe. So, rocket movement right, and then we add that. Cool. Now it works for different browsers, I believe. So, there's a lot going on in this file. That's going a bit fast. Yeah, I think they're going all at once, and that might result in random collisions. So, let's just remove that. Okay. So, yeah, I don't like how these are going all at once. It's a bit weird. We're gonna add random number support, so each time you refresh the page, it's gonna be a different. They come at different times when you least expect it, I guess. So that's the plan anyway. So let's follow this random number, so we can set variables here. I haven't had much experience with this, but random number, we don't want to do that here. I think that's where it goes to, not where it starts. So we add start place, start position, and we're gonna transform. I think we're just gonna copy this and add a random number basically. So I think we can have functions with this because okay, so there's 6 rockets, and for each rocket I want them to go at random. I want the rockets to go randomly. So I think there's some type of function here, so I don't have to define one for each. I don't know what I'm doing really, but yeah. So rocket movement. So So 0% where it starts off. So that's where it's trying to go. So translate, transform, translate it was, I believe. So it starts off from, so random equals random, something like that. I think rocket movement. I have no clue what that will do, but we'll find out what it will look like. Even we'll have 500, see what that does. Okay, it seems they're going at the same time, which is a bit strange. Random number plus S. Okay. It's not like a random after random. Oh, what? Okay, that's interesting. That one's going the wrong direction. Very strange. Okay, so we're gonna re-add the original translate thing. We want that back, basically. And we're just gonna have random translate X. Oh, that's the one. Random 400 px. 400 px on the end. I think that should work. Correct me if I am wrong. Might work. There we go. That does not work. Random, am I doing it right? Probably not. SCSS random px. Random plus px. Oh, is that the one? I don't know. Could be. Nope. Oh. Oh. A bit random. No? They're just doing random things. Okay. So U plus px on the end, apparently. It seemed to be random for some reason. Let's see if we save it. I'm not sure how random it is actually. Just leave it for now. We'll just not have random for now. I think how Angular works, it won't work with Angular, I don't think. don't know if it will. Hi, how are you? A meteor crashed the rocket and survived, yeah. They're being very unusual behavior for a rocket. They're also rotating, which is very odd behavior. There we go. Yep, that crashed into the rocket. We don't want that. I think one of these is similar to another, too similar. That's on the right, of course. Yeah, let's see. Yep. Minus 200. I think that's the left one. We'll have minus 400. It might stop in the middle. If I know what I'm doing, it might stop right in the middle. They seem to be going at the same time, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Animation delay. I think that's a thing. We can delay its time. It actually. So for each rocket, we can delay how long it takes or what it's doing. Its animation. It just stays there. Interesting. So right, and we'll just change this. So now it's off the screen. So 1,000 seconds. That's way too long. I think we can do random here. MS. Random seconds, so we can do random 300. So technically that achieves the same thing all along. We don't know what this. I don't know what this translate actually does. I don't think it. I think the animation overrides it. So it's not very good. That's what we need. Animation delay, so we need this. Cool. One of the rockets I'm just gonna leave. Animation delay. See what that does. So this one's alive. This one works, the other ones are dead. Why is that? So we're gonna have that like 50 px right, I guess. And then we're gonna have this 50 px left. Cool. And then they shouldn't appear on the screen. This one does. Which one is that? I don't know. The small one. Which one is the small one? Rocket 5. Oh, minus 50 px. Cool. And now they should come at random times. I don't know when they'll come on the screen. That does not sound PG appropriate, but there we go. Don't know when they will appear on the screen. Okay, so that one, the small one here, appears after that. Let's see if it's random. See if it comes at random times. Oh, yeah. Technically that is a bit random. I don't know. I'll assume it does. Oh. This isn't what we want. We don't want the meteors to go off the screen. That is not good. Which one is this? That's one, I think. One is going off the screen. Why is that? Oh, we can add animation delay here, so we can delay that happening. I'm gonna have extreme delay here, so why not? 5 minutes, that's way too much. That's way too much. We're gonna have 2 minutes. And then here, we're gonna have like, yeah, 2 minutes as well, maybe 3 minutes. And then top, this should be closer to the top so it doesn't go off the screen and destroy everything, cause absolute chaos. Also, this is left. So there we go. Apparently it's random. Okay, what else are we missing here? In the asset pack, I don't know. Let's find out. So we can actually open this and see everything pre-built. We have a lot of things to work with, I guess. There we go. It's kind of cut off. Okay. These are backgrounds. Let's see what the backgrounds are. Oh, just colours. That's interesting. Okay. We have damage. We have damage. Oh. Effects. We have effects here. Fire. Not sure if that's used. We have enemies. Lasers. We have lasers as well. I'm not sure we'll be using them now. Beam. We have beams. I think they're just parts of it. Then we have random things. Icons, I guess. UI. Becomes a game. I see the number 1. Hi. Okay. UFO. We have UFOs. We was thinking about adding them. We have UFOs now. We can add them. Which color should I add? We have green, red, yellow. Which one? Yeah, I know. It's a lot of images. Green. We only need a few. I think we're gonna go with red. Why not? We're gonna go with red. So we're just gonna paste one in here. We won't use all of them because we're not making a game. So let's go in UFO green. And then we could just paste that in. So we have a UFO now, so we're just gonna name this UFO, why not? Just gonna have UFOs in here. There's a lot going on the screen. And then that seems to fly off the screen and then just disappear randomly. Actually, it might go fully off the screen, which is what we want. That's much better. Oh, just dies. That's fine though. We're gonna add the UFO now. UFO. So we have a UFO. So they appear at very random times, I guess. So we're gonna have that. And then UFO. We're gonna have that. Maybe we'll have a different animation for this one. Maybe we'll make it 48. It's gone somewhere. I don't know where it will appear. Maybe it can like go across the screen like this. I think that's a specific, I don't know. It's like a line equation for that. So I'm not sure how I'll achieve that. That's interesting. So we'll just have rocket movement. Rocket movement up. Let's see what that does. So it will go up the screen this time. And whilst it's doing it, it will rotate, it will spin around. So 3-6. See what that does. So it will go, starts off at 0 and goes to minus. It goes up the screen at an angle. It's thinking like, like that. This is X and this is Y. So we want it to go to something like that, PX, and then I don't know, 300 PX, like that. There we go. I'm not sure what that's gonna do. I'm gonna have no delay for now. See. Okay. Now, might be a UFO somewhere. I don't see it though. We need to synchronize this. Cool. And then obviously we need Mars to transform from Mozilla. This one's gonna go pretty fast. 20 seconds too fast. It's gonna spin around, like rotate around more accurately. Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure where it is right now. We don't care about that, so I'm gonna have it start right at the bottom, bottom 0. Should start off down here. Oh, there it is. Don't know how it got there. Okay. There might be an issue with the animation. I think there is with the rotating. Let's see. UFOs, it should rotate around. Oh, rotate px. That does not work. It's degrees. It's not px. Okay, now it's doing something. Okay, so we're gonna have UFO rotate because this is incorrect. Add any 3 of your choice. By the way, the assets I'm using, Space Shooter assets 3. I think in there it's this one here. Yeah, you can download them for free. We're not using paid assets here. So that should spin around as well. That should spin. So this is extreme animations right here. A lot of time being spent on animating random events. I think it should be the last one we'll add for now. So this is going to be called UFO spin. So it starts off at 0 degrees and then goes to 360. Like that. There we go, and then let's copy that there. Okay, cool. Rotate 0, I'm not sure that's a thing. That's just bad CSS, and we need to apply that. I don't think multiple animations are a thing, but let's find out. UFO spin. CSS multiple animations. Multiple animations. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we don't want that like that. So we want UFO spin linear, so it doesn't spin, so it needs to spin at a constant rate, infinite. It loops, both running. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so the speed, 2 seconds to spin. I'll say 3 seconds. Okay, so both running. I'll type that in. Okay. So, let's see if that works without this. Interesting. Oh, there's delay. We don't want delay to it. Wait a minute. Delay. Oh, we want delay until it appears on the screen, but we're gonna have bottom and then something 50px. So I want it at the bottom. I think it's at the bottom of the screen, right here, which is a problem. So we're just gonna have something silly like that for now. So we want that to spin. Oh, we can just remove that. Let's see if that works. Transform, yeah. Now that's moving in very strange ways. Rotate 360, I believe. Now that's just moving. So UFO, yeah, that's correct. My chair is very old, by the way, so it's making noises. Oh. Okay, so, whoa. That's kind of what we want, actually. I was thinking of it going across the screen, but that's a bit explicit and easy to notice. It's not what we want. If it doesn't randomly disappear, that's good. I want it to actually go off the screen. So it shouldn't be infinite, I just want it to happen once. Basically, and then just leave. It should spin infinitely. I think this is actually messing with it. Yeah, so now it spins, but I want it to translate as well. UFO, spin. So, how I can achieve that one way is combine these, I think. And then that should UFO spin. So we're just going to name this UFO movement. So it spins and moves at the same time. That was a bit fast. Let's slow that down. Okay. It's hard to notice anyway, so if we zoom in, my chair is loud today. Is it spinning around? It seems to be. Yep. Hard to notice, but it seems to be. That's spinning slightly, so it spins and moves, that's what we want. So we're gonna have that very fast. That's cool. So, right now, we've done it. So, right now, we have... Our homepage is better than Disboard right now, because they don't have animated rockets on their screen. There we go. So, currently it's going off the screen. That's not good. So we're gonna have 0px. So it's going to start off here. Maybe 50px. Let's see if it goes off the screen or not. Oh, collision. Nope. That could have been bad. And then we're going to delay it. We'll delay it by 5 minutes or something silly. So now it just goes off the screen. That's too far actually. Oh, it's delaying a bit, so left. Cool. So the random is working as it should do. So it should start off here, around here, eventually, at random intervals, but we want to test it again, see if it doesn't go off the screen. Good. We can have 150 to make sure it, or 100 to make sure it goes down. But there, I think we have a working UFO right there. And it shouldn't collide with the rockets, and it's random. It might collide, but that doesn't matter. But there. I don't think we'll be adding more random thing animations on the screen, because they don't add much to the experience. So we're gonna see if it works. Let's see what it looks like with different settings. That looks very unusual. Themes. That looks cool. Okay, there we go. Add a server, it does not work. Why does it not work? We'll fix that soon. Why is there loads of space here? I don't know. We'll find out. It's quite interesting actually. That does look cool though. I'm not sure how the rockets will work when the page is smaller, because when we're searching something and there's no results, we're gonna have asteroids ruining things. So, CSS element, don't make page taller. Don't, so when it moves down, I don't want it to make the page, change the page height. Page height. So I just want the scroll bar to not be there whilst it does this. There's so much going on. It is a bit random, I guess. Interesting. Okay, so go off screen. I think something with the overflow. There's rockets everywhere. There's this is madness. I see the number 1. Where's the number 1? I didn't see the number 1. Okay, but what we'll do is it will be open source. It's not at the minute because it's not done. I mean, you don't really want to download this when okay, there's too much going on. 180 seconds seems to not be going to plan, so we'll put that back to 300. Or not that. This. There we go. So we'll have that 300, 500. Should stop the rockets from being mad. Okay. Overflow 0. That's the one, I think. Overflow hidden. I'm not sure if that will actually work though. Maybe we can just turn off it for this page. Turn the animations off. So what I'll do is I can just type ngif here. We want the star background, but we don't want the rockets. If they search something, they just instantly vanish. So maybe if they search something, the rockets will just like transition out. Do that. So search wrapper. So if there's a query, I don't know, placeholder. This, okay. Guilds component, that's the one. Dot tag. Or query, tag or query. Guilds component. Dot tag or query. It's weird how I set this up. I set this up nearly spaghetti. I was gonna say spaghetti. Spaghettified. But that makes no sense. Messy is the word. So if there's tags, if a tag, we need to make this public first. No we don't. It already is public. Guilds component, yeah, that's view child, so we'll add bing bong, there we go. Oh, and then we get that. So now, expression changed after it was checked. Some weird error. I don't know. Okay, so we just get that error, and I want to hide that error. We seem not to be getting any stars or rockets. Okay. Let's see if that works just on its own. No. So now it's not null, I don't think. What? So we can just add a reference in here instead. Maybe. Or we can just add here, initialized. That seems to do something. So if it's initialized and not this, query, I think. I don't know if the site will do good because of the domain, but that seems to not give any errors. This dot, that's undefined. Interesting. It's the opposite of what we want. This dot, oh, I've done it wrong. Initialized, if initialized, bing bong. We should see a rocket, then we shouldn't see a rocket here, but we do anyway. That's not what we want. Interesting. Tag and query. See if tags work. Interesting. Okay, that's what we want, this desired behavior. Because we've searched a tag, we don't want the rockets to mess it up. Too much on the screen already. And then when we type test, what happens? That happens. We want to go back on to here. Is that a href? It's not good. That's not what we want, so I think fragment or something. Router link, zip, just reset that like this. And then fragment, that should work. Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually delivers there. Doesn't scroll down. So rockets, yay. But when we type a tag, no rockets. Cool. Or we type something in here. What if we type something in here, no rockets, and then not type anything in? There should be a rocket. Okay, but these don't work. So, bumped. Let's see if that actually works. Nope. It thinks that's a URL, which it isn't. There's a lot going on here. Not found. Why is that not working? Because that's not in space, and the logo is not like that. There we go. Cool. And we have the old icon.png, which needs to be replaced. I guess we can have a logo, see what that looks like. It'll look very weird. Okay, yeah, that does look weird. Okay, so we are missing something, which is that actually working. The fragment is not scrolling down when we click it, so I think we'll just go with href. It's a minor difference. So when we're on the home page, it doesn't refresh everything. The problem is when we click on one of these tags, it refreshes, it reloads the app. But that's just a minor issue. 8-bit successes. Nice. I'm just gonna host it as a glitch app. Yeah, a demo, I guess. If you want to see the rockets, you can do that. Docs, there's a lot to fix here. But we can actually get on to not doing rockets. We've done the rockets. That's cool. Cosmos, okay. But I'm gonna take a break for 15 minutes because I haven't done so. So, be right back for 15 minutes. Let me type that. There we go. And when I come back, what I'll do, as you can see, we have the chat here. I think we'll work on actually manually editing and adding servers, the fun part, and then we'll get onto bumping servers, but be right back. Hello? I am back. Okay. I've added timestamps here. I made a git org. What is a git org? Hi. Okay, let's add a server working. Currently, I do have a server here, which is, if we click on it, we have a few problems. Let's make that work. So, preview. Have a few issues here. So let's get that to work. So, preview. That's what we want. Preview.ts. Cool. Okay, so stats. The website is, I don't know. There is no website. Let's get rid of the things here that we don't need. Okay. Overview, invite, we don't need that. It's automatically generated, I guess. So we can type invite. Something there. Default one. There we go. So, where we have add is not the correct word. We don't add a server, we join a server. And what do we do here? We set invite there, and then we type discord.gg. And then plus that, bing, that should do the trick. So, we can add badges here eventually. Okay, so another thing with our app. Nice. Yes, this is probably our most interesting project yet, you could say. Most advanced, maybe, I don't know. I think the 6PG one was where I struggled the most, but it's been pretty straightforward so far, so that's interesting. So now we can connect. So there are roles. There are roles here. So I have my user. What I can add here is role admin. And now, because my role is admin, I can do this. I get special things, and I can make this featured. This is with dbots, I can do this. That's how I make things featured. And now it should appear featured. Cool. So, if we inspect, I guess, if we look at the API version of this, and you can see the tags, the saved part, badges featured. Cool. That's interesting. 4200. There we go. Server that has not been edited. That is correct. So everything here is correct, I guess. Let's remove this HR. I don't like it. It's a bit dumb. And this HR. We don't need that. Created by. So here, well, I'm also going to remove that on dbots, probably. So we go on this bot. It's just this HR here that we don't want. I guess I'll remove that later, it's gone. But also this will be, dbots right here will be open source after this. This website right here will be open source, so you can download it, do whatever you want. Probably not whatever you want, because there is stricter license with this one, a stricter license as part of the condition to making it open source. But there we go. Created by owner user. Who is owner user? Interesting. Member username. Member username should be called user component, probably like that. Just haven't changed it yet. Member username is a bit misleading. Okay, prove that. Don't care about that. Okay. You can copy dbots or dlist when it's open source. You can do that. No. You can copy, but with certain restrictions. So this is a license, GNU public license. It's nothing major. It's just, yeah, you can read the entire thing if you want, but yeah, you shouldn't read the entire thing. You don't have to. But these are the conditions. You have to disclose the source, so you have to have an open source one if you're copying it. That's a good condition, in my opinion. We don't have this with any of my projects, I don't care. But with this one, apparently this one's more special. So, disclose source. So you can only make open source versions of this, and license and copyright. I'm not going to sue you if you do a closed source, I guess. Although, someone else might. That's part of the project. I don't really care too much. State changes, that's part of it. Yeah, I guess. The difference between... I'll show you the difference. So, MIT. This is 2PG versus this license, 2PG and my other projects, versus the license here with dbots and dlist. There we go. Oh wait, is it this one? It's this one, not lesser. They have the same conditions though, but similar conditions is this one. But there, they are the main differences. You can copy it, but it has to be open source. Yes, so apparently Pappy will take legal action if you copy this. I will not, because I'll probably be doing something else. If you copy it closed source, that is, if you copy open source, you're fine. So if you just fork it on GitHub and keep it open source, that's fine. So you can copy it. That's just what we agreed on at the start. So we can open this, I guess. Okay. So, created by, we want that to work. Who is the owner of 4PG? Well, I don't think we've actually have it here. If we look, no owner ID, but so the fact that we have, hold on, now we have no guild here, have no guilds, it's gone. But wait, you was in class for like 5 minutes and then, or 8 minutes and then, okay, that's interesting, but not this. If we type a command in test other, then it should create one. So this is the default guild. Whatever server, 4PG in this case, whatever server it's in, it creates one regardless. Oh no, that's not the command, it's something like this. There we go. Boom. And the owner ID is set. So now when we refresh, one is added, not featured, remove that, and then created by, that works. So I can delete it. Let's test if it deletes. Deleting. Oh. discord.gg/undefined. So we're gonna have preview. So they can't join unless they have an invite. That is a cool background. Control room, it's space theme now, that's very cool. Okay, my bot, convert from glitch to Heroku. Everyone wants to go to Heroku. As I was advised by someone to use glitch, although I've never used it, so I did that. I tried it, it looked okay. GitHub organization. That's pretty cool. GitHub what? I don't. GitHub organization. Is that what it is? That's what I imagine it being. I don't know what that is though. I think we should change these, but there's nothing to put here. I'll probably have dbots up here soon. There. So hey ADAMJR, that's what it says. We can have something here. I think this is a bit bland. It's a bit bland. There's not much here. Very bland. So we want to make sure deleting a server works. So API routes. So that's not going to work. So server routes. Let's go into there. Guild routes. So router.delete, validate server manager. Now we want to make sure the owner is doing this. Get manageable bots, we need to update that. Get manageable guilds, so we want to get the guilds that the owner can manage, or the owner owns, I guess. Guilds.get manageable. So now when we refresh, that might be possible. Control Shift F5. As you can see, it's restarted. A lot going on the screen. You can tweak that in your version if you want. Okay. Oh, it's appeared. Look at that. So we have a lot of things going on here. Let's look at the stats for the we can go on here and look at the stats for the guild. So member count 10. There's a lot of members. No voters. Quite sad. Date of last server vote, okay. So we go on to guild component. Clean, okay, clean daytime, that's a problem. Okay. Invalidate, not a number, not a number, not a number. Cool. Okay. Date, I think date is... Okay, JS is valid date. We want to check that. JS is valid date. No. That. Just going on random websites. Date.prototype is valid. Okay, let's see if I have an idea. New date, something done like A equals new date. That's an invalid date right there. What? How are these not equal? I don't know how these new dates aren't equal. It's an invalid date, I guess. But we can also do something here. Hold on. I know this looks bad right now. It shouldn't look like this eventually. Let's look. Okay. Join the GitHub. Oh, guy made space list. What? We changing the name now. D-list to space list. No, I'm just gonna call it D-list. You can call it whatever you want. I don't know what I just pressed. I don't know what I just did. I don't know what just happened. Scam link. The project's called D-list though. Have you lost the domain? Have you lost the domain? Oh god, I'm just gonna laugh. Already. I don't know. No, it's still available. Use any dlist.xyz github.com. Oh, that's an... Hold on, go to site. Sure. Your IP address, okay. That's interesting. Mine changes all the time now, so API, I don't know what this is. There's not going to be a... Oh yeah, there is going to be a separate one. Don't call it that if you don't have a domain though. I'm going to host it here. But yeah. Wait, debump. Oh, they can just spam debump, can't they? They can just do this. That's not good. We need cooldown. Need cooldown. Thanks for reminding me. Let me do that. Oh, I see. I'm doing it wrong. Bump. Now, we already have cooldowns built in. That is cool. This is how many seconds the cooldown is. Let's actually add that here. If we can add metadata. So, I don't know. Test. Does that work? Yeah. Cooldown in seconds. I should do this with 2PG. Cooldown in seconds. So I think this is globally. This is global cooldowns. So we do 30 times however long, 60. How many minutes? 60 minutes. 30 minutes, sorry. Let's see what that does. It should respond to 1 and then not respond for a long time. Okay, so if there's a cooldown, with this bot in particular, what we want to do is command service. We want to throw an error to make sure the user knows they're in a very long cooldown. So not that. So obviously I'm not going to use that. Throw new type error. And then we're going to throw command is in cooldown, and we're going to add how long you have left to do this, I guess, command. So that's cool. And then we'll have active cooldowns dot active dot find dot get dot find. I think get is better. Yeah. So if in cooldown, obviously let's set this as a variable here. So if cooldown, command is in cooldown for cooldown dot. Now what is the cooldown length? Command. Okay. We can just add cooldown. Command is in a ding minute cooldown. Maybe I could add this to PG where it doesn't ignore commands. It replies with this, but let's refresh. So I type debump, it bumps, debump. It says it's in a 30-minute cooldown. That's what we want. And now I try again. Cool. Now, if whatever server 4PG's in, not this one. We'll add. I'm gonna add 4PG to your server, if that is okay. Just so I can use this. I'll try to if I don't have to sign in. Hang on. Discord.com/developers. Let me read chat. I'll get the domain soon. Okay. Well, I don't know how long soon will be, but there we go. So the only permissions that this bot will need is send messages and create invites. That's it. Or manage invites, whatever. Manage invites. It can, yeah, that's good. It's 2049. That is very good. Too many permissions right there. There we go. You can't trust 4PG. Too many permissions. You probably can't trust 4PG in general, to be honest. Okay, hold on. Debump. So now if I try debump, what is it doing? Is it ignoring me? Hold on. Missing permissions. It's missing permissions. How is it missing permissions? Hold on. Let's give it more permissions. I think it's missing permissions too. create invites. Let's see, manage server. That's quite a hefty permission. What? Okay, that's not the one. We'll find out. Manage channels. I think it is manage channels. Debump. Oh, yep, that's right, that's right. Okay, that's cool. So it's a global cooldown between all guilds. So now we have more data to work with. So if we refresh, we have 2 guilds. Owner ID is you. You can own this, or you do own this, and then we have default things going on here. Cool. And we have an empty ID. Because I think that should be, I think that's right actually. Okay, his stream is delayed, yeah. It's like 15 seconds. It's minor. But there we go. Member count. Yep, that's right. So now that's still broken, but we have 2 guilds. Look at this. When I click on it, I can delete it because I'm an admin on here, but it doesn't appear here because it's not a personal manageable guild, if that makes sense. Delete. Bot not manageable. Okay, I need to update that message, but can I delete my own guilds? Is that possible? So if I spell this wrong, it just redirects back and does nothing. I don't know why it does that, but there we go. Delete. Now it's gone. We've actually deleted it. Cool. So there are 3 roles here. Let me edit the docs. So, roles. Something. Reviewer.md. Let's see. Reviewing. So there are 3 roles here. Admin, reviewer. There's another role. None. Okay, that's kind of obvious. They have no permissions, but they're 2 roles. They're more of database roles or website roles. So I'm an admin here. I can delete this. Let me do something real quick. Let me change where it says bot, because bot is not quite correct. Bot not manageable. Server not manageable. So validate server manager. So get manageable guilds key. So get user. So what does get user do? Ah, we don't want that. Hang on. So we're gonna pass in the auth user here. But how many references does this have? We only have 2. We only have 2. Interesting. Auth user, custom type. What is this? References? I didn't know that. Okay. So we just type ID here. Should be good. Get manageable guilds ID. So now, instead of doing this here, you type auth user. So const auth user equals await. Get user, and then requery key. And then we copy that, boom. So now, instead of this, we type that. There we go. So, bots, that's wrong. Servers, guilds. Get validate guild manager. Again, oh no, I've messed that up. Validate guild manager. Okay. So if auth user dot role, is that what we want? We're gonna also get await save user or role. Yeah, save the user. Cool. Saved user, and then it has a role property. Triple equals admin. Then return. So don't throw. So now I can delete dlist xyz, hopefully. Just for a test. So now I press delete. And now we have no servers. It's very sad. But now if I debump again, it's back. It's here. Cool. So, another thing. Okay. That's good. Top servers, top rated servers this week. I guess we can slide this one on there. Using interesting words here. So, server guidelines, that's what it'd be called. Okay. Guild ID, no, that's wrong. This is the default thing. It's not the right word. Server, this is the default guild that is shown. I don't think it's ever shown, to be honest, if something goes wrong, but it gets redirected anyway, so it's completely pointless. There we go. In fact, let's just remove that. It's unneeded. Have it anyway, I don't know. Just leave it there for the types. It's better than nothing. Cool. Well, ignored. I'll get the domain soon. Okay. Now, we want to not break this. I need to make a guild here. Debump. Okay, cool. Debump. Okay, we also have a problem here. We need global cooldowns for the command. So, what do I mean is the question. Wow. So when a command is executed in a guild, it should not be executed for the specified amount of time. So, let's add that. Guild member. Cool. Guild member, so C dot guild. We're gonna add that in guild ID triple equals guild ID, and then guild ID. Global. So this is it applies to the server and the guild / server, the user, and the command together. If that makes sense. Author dot guild ID. So member push cooldown. That is not what we want. So we also want guild ID, guild member, guild ID. Cool. And then add that here. Just copy this. Find index, of course. And then add member here. And then we need to also refactor that in command service. So message.member instead. Cool. And now cooldowns here. Try and type debump. If it gives that error, then it works. That was very loud. Okay. Debumped, wait, it worked. Oh no. Okay. Why did it work? Because, I actually know why it worked this time. Bad Boolean, that's why it worked. So, all these conditions have to be true for it to work. So, user ID, we don't care about the user ID anymore. Because it's command and guild this time. That's what I was supposed to do. So, or do we care about the user ID? In Disboard, we do care about the user ID, so we're not going to remove that completely. So, if this condition, if the user has a cooldown for that command, because if let's do an example, and I should bump this. So I bump 2pg, and then I go into debots and I debump. It gives me one of these cooldowns. Cool. So we want that. If user and command are the same, or let's add or there. So or if that condition or guild the command name and the guild instead. I think that should work. So there we go. There's a lot going on here. So now it's very messy, it looks like. There we go. Okay, cool. So now it should do the desired thing. So I bump it here. Cool. Now if I try to bump it again, it's in a cooldown, and if someone else bumps it, then it should not work. So if you try to bump it, that'll be helpful. No pressure. Okay, thanks. If I bump now, yeah, there's a cooldown there for this server. That's what we want. That is cool. Maybe we can add more specific things there. I'm not going to add how many minutes there is left, because that would make everything complex. It's good, but it'll make it complex. Our setup will struggle with that. But command is in a minute cooldown for you, and this is for you, or your server. That's more specific, so obviously it will work again. It should work. So for you or your server, so either you can have a cooldown or the server can. That's it. Too much detail there, but there we go. Cannot get read property map of null. So the widget components. Let's fix that. So where I type map, this one's not problematic. Might be this, not this. Interesting. Map, param map, no. It's not one of these. Let's try that again. So, votes widget, oh, it's that one. Guild widget, oh, that's something else. Oh yeah. So here, recent votes. This stats recent votes. Recent votes is here, I guess. This stats recent votes, so that should not be null. Why is that null? The stats here might be null. That's not what we want. So log this.stats. You're gonna use logging today. Might be better. You could also use Chrome debugging, I think, but here we go. So, the There's not much going on here. Okay, they return null for some reason. It's logging null. Why is that? I think if we type a random ID here, it does that. So maybe the ID could be null. I think the ID here is not correct. I found a problem. Input ID. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say the problem is not here anymore. Hold on. No, we want guild component. So, guild.id. No, guild component. Let's go in there. Oh, this is reverse logic. It's complete reversed. That's why. So now when we refresh, the error's gone. That's good. Cool. No votes, invalid date, interesting. Last bump at undefined. Why is that undefined? Save guild, it should be. Save. Cool. So it was last bumped at that time. It can't be bumped again, so until 30 minutes, I guess it can be bumped in 25 minutes or whenever we restart the bot. Now, when we type debump, refresh, it updates. So I want to get this vote to work. Why is it not working? Let's see. Clean date. Hold on. Okay. So if date equals invalid date, I think it can equal that. No. Date.toString. So if it's an invalid date, return just NA as a string. Cool. What we can even do is return with ternary. It's even better. Or we can just return early, which is maybe better. Okay, NA, cool. Now we have a working page. Let's see if we vote for it. Can we vote for the bot? We can delete it. Can't edit it yet, but can we join? No. Guild preview. Why can't we join? Because it says undefined. Could be a invite invalid. Yeah. Undefined. So what we do here is disabled saved guild.invite. So if that is undefined, we disable it. That's it. I don't think that will work though. Class.disabled. That's just a class, that's just decoration, I guess, hidden if it actually shows. Oh, Oh, I'm just editing it appears I am editing an icon. Interesting. Disboard, boom. So invite not generated if so I'm just gonna make a new specific one with ngif here. So nf if ngif if there's no invite. That's if there's no invite. If there is an invite, reverse that. Cool. And then we don't disable this. And then we do disable this. Like that. There we go. That might do something good. Invite not generated. See what this looks like. So now it doesn't say that. Cool. So there is no invite generated. Now if I type d-invite, it's updated. And then it says not generated. Why is that? So is the invite actually appearing here? Is the question. No, it is not. That's a problem with Mongoose. Our Mongoose model. Guild. So we go into guild and we add here where it says invite. We want that to be string default default empty. Cool. So it should appear in the schema always. And now if we delete this and this, it should actually save. So d-invite. Let's restart the bot. Now if we type d-invite, it updates and then it saves. It should save. Oh, so what I'm doing wrong is not actually saving the new invite. It's an interesting one. Property or invite. Okay, I'm gonna new invite. So invite equals new invite dot code. And then we save it so it equals code. So now when we type d-invite, what happens? It updates. We can use it to join. So now it's updated. We join. It doesn't log me out. And then, yeah. That's the joining sorted out. There we go. So we can delete, we can join, we need to vote. Badges work, but we want to vote. see if that did not go to plan. Why did that not go to plan? I think I've done something wrong here. I remember doing something severely wrong yesterday, I believe, or perhaps with a different bot. Okay. So, vote component is this one. Okay. Now. Okay, there should be a widget here. Environment.endpoint/guilds API. This.id. Now, what is this.id? That is the question. Let's see what the widget looks like. I don't know what it looks like. So widget 4PG test serve, and then size medium, and then small. Looks like a mess. Okay, small. Yeah. So small. So we're gonna go into generator something. Okay. Cool. So generator, what is wrong here? We just want to remove the text. We'll just have a logo. The text is hefty. So with small, we just don't add the text, and it shouldn't do that. Let's say fix the small widget. And then it's gone. That's one way to do it. Looks interesting though. I think the logo could be, the icon could be more to the right. So, add avatar, so that's offset a bit. We want to offset it more to the right. Restart. Okay, this is slightly more up to date than 2PG, this image generation. It's when I knew what canvas was, how to use it. The current code is very old. Needs updating. I think 5 will do. Try 5. Okay, yep. And then large. I'll try large. Okay, now we need to scale down the text dynamically. So, let's say our server name is 4PG on its own, it's going to be large. If it's 4PG, if it's not 4PG, if it's this long text, we need to scale it down dynamically. And I think I already have the tools to do that. But, let's find out. So, add text, guild text. Okay. So fill style, something like that. So image generator, let's apply text. Okay. This is ancient code here. Very ancient, so I think it's font. yeah, font. So we specify apply text super, apply text canvas, whatever the text may be. The text is this.guild.name. I think that code is 8 months old. It's very old. Okay, now it's just really small. Okay, that's interesting. 32. So -2, I guess. Okay, there may be a problem here. So minus offset. So we're just gonna add an offset to be a number. I'm just gonna have it 25. Cool. I'm not entirely familiar with this text beautify JS. It doesn't know what it is, so there we go. Have its TypeScript. Bing. Yay! The only problem is we have a slight problem with the font it is using. Now we can explicitly add the font here. We're using Roboto here. Oh, yes, let's have Whitney as the font. Let's actually apply the new font. So as you can see, there's a boring font here. Hold on. Do you want me to click on that? Whitney font download. So if we go into discord.com, so it's this font here. We have it here. We'll have it there anyway when we download it. So yeah, when we install it correctly. Now, I did try to do this, I think. Or did I? Import? Yeah, importing externally like this is bad. Performance issues. So we'll have assets /lib /font awesome / main.css. Yeah, we'll make that. So we'll make a file called lib being libraries. We'll make main.css, and then we'll make a folder font awesome. And then we'll import the font that we want. Probably download it locally. Let's see what this looks like. Yep, this is the one. So let's download it. I don't know what I've downloaded. Okay. I don't need to download this for myself. I can just okay, so with dlist, what I can do is I can register a custom font, but we'll do that in a minute. So I think I go into assets here and I paste fonts. Why not? Bing. Downloads, that's not the one. Cool, let me go into downloads. What's this? Okay. See what the example looks like. I don't know. Let's see what the example looks like, see if we've got the right one. Yeah, that looks correct. So font face, that's interesting. What? That's not the one that we want. That's not the one that we want. Okay, so this, we're gonna paste this in 2 places. So with, okay, so with if we go into GitHub, 3pg v1 dashboard. It's originally called web app, but now it isn't. This is ancient. Oh, I've not updated this. Very ancient. But yeah, that it doesn't even have an XP cards on here. That's the problem. CD documents/projects code 3pg code old. That's not what we want to do. That's not what we want to do. Web app is what we want to do. It's not what we want to do. Okay, generator, somewhere generator. Now, image generator. So, it registers a font here, so image generator, constructor, canvas.register font. Apparently, it's not a thing. Oops. So register font, assets, fonts, whatever we called the font. Okay, it's this .ttf, and then family Whitney. We just call it that. It's the font name. I have not tried this before, but let's go ahead and hang on, Arial, replace that with Whitney. Cool. Okay, wow, that's a lot of things that happened. What features does Disboard not have? Okay, let's find out. Well, it's quite obvious. That's a big error. Very. Okay, so I'll show you in a minute. We have animated rockets. That's the main feature. They do not have animated rockets though. We are missing something here. Okay, let's not do that. There we go. think we need to recompile to get rid of this. Yeah, this is the most colourful error I've ever seen. It's actually nice to, it's actually cool to see, I guess. Yeah, okay, what should the prefix be? Please say in stream chat what the prefix should be. And we will change the prefix. What should the prefix be? Let's see. Apparently that, just like a regular prefix. Maybe a regular one. Ads. I don't really have ads on. Ads are pretty trash, to be honest. What you can do is sell ads to, I mean, general ads are trash, they're not going to sell for a lot. What you want to do to make lots of money is, like, cheap ads. We're not going to have cheap, anyone can buy them ads. So, with top.gg, so we have an ad here. I'm probably going to do this to dbots in the future, where they pay, they bid for an ad, and they make a lot of money out of it. Let's see. Look how much they bid. It's how much money they make out off of it. Let's see, $400. That's a lot of money. Wow. That's extreme amounts. But yeah, that's one way to make extreme amounts of money. You bid for adverts, and you're I'm not gonna do this with this app, but I guess Disboard could do it. Is they like have an advert and they sell it and they make so much money. Oh, it's happening again. I've crashed it as well. Okay. It's pretty crashed. Okay. So what should it be? B? So you're saying B or exclamation bump. That's a very weird prefix. I've never seen that. Okay. I think if it's too generic, then it's gonna overlap with a lot of other guilds or bots. It's gonna overlap with other bots if it's like .ping or something. So it can't be too generic. So .d maybe, .l is also a thing. .dl maybe, .dl. .dl, what about that? What do you think of .dl? Is that good? So you're saying D. What about D like that? Instead of How do they do it in here? Hold on. It's a bit explicit. I don't really like the exclamation mark. I think DL. How about just .dl? Let's try that. I think .dl. Do. Okay, command service message handler. .dl. Try that. Less generic. So now we're going to test if the font has worked, and look at that. The font is working. I am surprised. No, okay, another thing is... for some reason, importing CSS sometimes does not work, so we can go in angular.json and try styles. And paste it in there like that. Alternative. DL. Yeah, it's a bit confusing with... It's confusing because of the L and the exclamation mark, so I'm just going to do .dl, it's easier to type. DL is harder to type. That's good, I like. No, it's .dl. That .dl. DL dumb. Why is it dumb? It's easier to type than DL. Yeah. We could have some symbol. Also, do you think when we mention 4PG, it replies with the prefix? Should we add that? So, if mentions 4PG, reply with prefix. I'm gonna add that. See if it's certified. Let's see if it's approved. Is that a good idea? Hi. So if message.content, so if it's a mention basically, and then message.client dot user.id. So refresh. Cool. So now if I mention 4PG, I haven't finished this yet. The prefix is... I haven't done this with any other bots, so it might be interesting. Okay. Probably could do it with other bots. Might be a good feature. So the prefix is... prefix. .pg. DL and then space, of course. And then if I DL bump, that's cool. I'll respond to DMs after, unless, yeah, respond to DMs after. Cool. I'm gonna take a break soon, a minute, but there we go. I think it's a bit empty, to be honest. There we go. That looks much better. The font looks a lot better. I think the description. Oh yeah, this logo needs changing, by the way. So logo.png gone. Now logo.png. Now what we're gonna do is copy that. Looks pretty good. Might look better than the Dbox logo, to be honest. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Delist. Okay. So now the logo changes to delist. And we're gonna add offset. But the logo scale is a bit messy, to be honest. So this could be cropped here. That would be helpful if it was cropped like that, because there's empty space outside. It's padding, I guess. But there we go. Let's try this with a different guild. So we're having issues here. Why is that? Angular issues. So styles, let's add. What we can do is go into styles, and then copy this like that. So we're gonna commit this. Cool. Okay. Now it's throwing the same error. Why is it doing that? And then crashes. Interesting. Okay, we also need to import the Whitney font in here. Okay. Let's reopen this. Yeah, the background noise is coming back. That's why I stream early. I'll try to. I didn't this time. That is a good deal. Okay. So we already have the font. I think we can use it locally. Maybe. So go into downloads here. So in like 5 minutes, I'll take a break, but we go into the font here, extract that again, why not? And then reopen it. That's what the font looks like, by the way. We want this. Cool. Okay. I don't know where that font file is. Oh, it's here. I can add that in assets. Fonts. Cool. Now we type ngserve and make sure angular.json is clean, which it is. Cool. Out of boredom. I've been sitting here for 2 hours out of boredom. That's interesting. It's easy to get bored nowadays, I guess. So, localhost. What is popping here? Same errors, I guess. We just ignored them and it seemed to work. Lots of them. Guild vote. So. So, save guild and user. Guild.name. There we go. Okay. Guild preview. Just TypeScript errors. Okay, guild preview. So the badges aren't appearing, I don't think. So, saved guild. We want to remove that. Cool. There are a few errors left, it seems. Okay. Now we have recompiled it. Let's see if it works. So, seems to work. Now we have the font. Look at that. The question is, should we use this font everywhere? Should we use the font throughout the website? That'd be good. Should we use the font across the website? I guess. Yeah, maybe. Okay. delist. Cool. obviously there's this, which we could fix later. So we need to vote. Let's vote for delist. We have our core logo here, our widget. Let's vote for delist. Okay. Why did that not work? Because I forgot to change something here. What did I not change? Guild vote. Let's go into there. So it's vote, not there. So servers core. So after I've voted, I believe I have voted. You can vote every 12 hours. So I've voted for delist. Cool. Let's edit my votes out. Last voted at yesterday. Let's put, or last month. Cool. Now I can just spam vote for this. Okay. And now it will appear on the top servers once we sort it out. I'm gonna feature this. So now it's featured. Now I'm gonna vote. Okay. So if we go into here, I want it to appear, the vote, I want the vote to appear here, but currently it does not. Let's fix that. We're gonna fix that after the break. But I'm gonna take a break in a minute, so yes, use the font across the website. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I might do this with dbots as well. Maybe even 2PG. I don't know, I think 2PG's looks okay how it is. Maybe. But yeah. When will we have access? When the stream is over, I guess. Hopefully this one is the one where we complete it. Once the domain is live. So okay. Six viewers, that is cool. I have the most viewers when I'm taking a break. Okay, so I'll be back in like 25 minutes, I guess. So let me write that. So you can come back in 25 minutes and I'll continue. Be right back, 25 minutes. Apologies for that, but there. Very long break, but there we go. Be right back.